Top 5 Best Audio Interface for Streaming. Number 5. Focusrite Scarlett Solo. When it comes to sound quality, I think that Focusrite Scarlett Solo is unbeatable. The sample rate of 192 kHz, with high-quality converters, is behind these fine tunes. This audio interface also features an input for the instrument, separate XLR input, and dedicated Focusrite software to complete the setup needed for creating content and streaming. Key features. If you are looking for an audio interface that will work great on a live stream but can also be used for a variety of different activities too. All of the Focusrite audio interfaces have the same mic preamps, and they are extremely good. No matter what kind of instrument input and audio inputs you have, you will always have good quality audio. The stereo line input is impressive, and since it has dynamic microphones, you will always be guaranteed low latency, which will make sure you have great audio quality. This is an entry-level audio interface, and it will really create quality audio even if you don't know how to handle its settings in the best way possible. If you are looking for good audio quality, you also want to be sure that you will know how to handle all the hardware controls without any problems, and this is a suitable device for you. It also comes with an audio mixer which guarantees you very low latency even if you are handling multiple audio sources, and you will have a very low noise floor, which is a great thing. However, it is a lot more expensive than the audio interfaces I have mentioned above, and even though it can provide you with good audio quality, there are far better devices for half the money. Price. As I have already said, even though this is an excellent audio interface, it is way too expensive for the things it offers, and you can find far better options for half the money. It is a suitable device, but if you're on a tight budget, it won't be the right choice. Pros: dynamic mics, USB powered, stereo line outputs. Cons: expensive for what it offers. Coming in number 4. MOTU M2. I like the multiple outputs and inputs, whose meters you can track on the built-in LCD screen and promptly adjust to get the best possible quality. Another feature that stood out for me was loopback sound support that gives you even more options to play with sound. In my opinion, it's a great audio interface, with practical design and features that suits beginners. The audio equipment MOTU produces is known for its longevity and the fact that it is compatible with other audio equipment, even that from entirely different brands. Key features. MOTU offers fantastic quality and 2 CLR mic input spaces, which are extremely important, and I would never settle for a device that has less than 2 microphone input spaces. However, the things that make MOTU devices stand out in the crowd are that they come with LED monitors that will allow you to keep your audio signals in control all the time. This is really amazing and especially valuable when you are using condenser microphones and need to control the microphone input to make sure you will get high-quality audio. I was really amazed when I first tried this out, and rarely do I see an audio interface on the market offering this, even to this day. I can't even imagine what my live streams would have looked like without this gem, and once you hear the instrument input and stereo line outputs, you'll understand what I mean. In my opinion, the MOTU audio interface is the best audio interface for beginners, and none of the audio interfaces I have tried out were as easy to use as this one. MOTU also supports loopback in the live stream, which is important if you choose a valuable audio interface for streaming, and it will save you from much trouble. Overall, I believe this is a great audio interface, and even though their price is a bit bigger, it is still reasonable, and I enjoyed using it. Price. The MOTU audio interfaces are always a bit more expensive than the other ones, but they are priced reasonably, and they are affordable even to complete beginners in the live streaming industry. Once you invest in this device, you probably won't have to buy other audio interfaces again because the quality of audio will always be sure with this one. It is also compatible with all sorts of mobile devices, so even when you change your equipment, you will be able to continue using it. Pros. It has a LED screen, excellent headphone output and stereo line outputs, compatible with all mobile devices, condenser microphone. Cons. A bit more expensive than other devices. Coming in number 3. M-Audio M-Track Duo. Even though M-Audio M-Track Duo is one of the budget audio interfaces, you still get decent audio quality. In my opinion, this is one of the most intuitive and easiest to use audio interfaces out there. It gives you plenty of options, but you won't be overwhelmed by all of the features. The audio quality is decent, good enough for podcasts or streaming. There are separate outputs for phones and headphones, and it features plus 48-volt phantom power. You will see that most Twitch streamers are crazy for audio devices. Why? They have all the most important features you may need, so this is a fantastic audio interface for various activities and can help you both in live streaming and creating other types of content. Key features. This is also one of the affordable audio interface devices, especially if we compare what it has to offer to its price. It doesn't work on phantom power. It is one of the best USB audio interfaces I have ever tried. It can maintain impeccable sound quality and digital signal even when you are outdoors. They have professional mic preamps that are rarely put in live streaming audio interfaces, and that is something I value because you see that they have tried to make the most out of this device and still keep it affordable. If you are starting in the live streaming industry, this is the perfect entry-level audio interface and one of the best USB audio interfaces I have ever tried. It worked so well for me even when I was in the busiest areas, and the headphone output and stereo line outputs are impressive. The design is also great, and it has one of the most enduring packages I have ever seen, which is probably why it is lasting me for years now, even though I keep bringing it around with me. In my opinion, this is one of the best audio interfaces for streaming that you can bring with you, and I would sincerely suggest it to everyone who needs a practical device they can use on the go. However, the sample rates on this one are pretty low, which may bother you, but I believe it will work well if you need it for live streaming while traveling or visiting another city. This doesn't bother me too much because I don't use it as my first audio interface but rather as an alternative on my trips and when I need a USB microphone because my new one is not performing the best. It also has two XLR input spaces, which is a significant advantage, especially if you are using this interface for streaming only. In general, it is incredibly cheap and definitely the best USB audio interface for this little money, so definitely get it, especially if you are looking for an entry-level audio interface you can easily navigate through. Price. This is the cheapest audio interface for streaming I have mentioned, and as you have probably realized, it has everything you may need for streaming. The whole device is straightforward to use, has a great headphone output, and has two XLR input pieces, so it is the best audio interface for streaming you can get for little money. Pros: 2 XLR input spaces. Good for different activities. Practical. Enduring. Cheap. Cons: low sample rate. Coming in number 2. Audient EVO 8. What drew me to Audient EVO 8 are mic preamps. It's a must-have feature for streaming. Other advantages of this audio interface are a wide dynamic range and a gain range of 58 decibel. I'm not saying that you cannot find a more powerful audio interface, but this was more than enough for me. The audio quality was outstanding thanks to analog to digital converter, and latency was low. If you have been in the streaming community for a while, you have heard about Audient and its audio interface. They are a favorite of many streamers and even composers because they deliver the audio and digital signal so well while live streaming and recording. Key features: this audio interface has one of the best headphone outputs I have ever experienced, and I believe this is the reason why it is so popular in different niches. It will work great for live streaming people and those who are playing the music or singing because it has a fantastic voice and instrument input, and once you process the sound, it sounds perfect. I have heard about it from some audio professionals, and they know what is the right thing because this audio interface is something I continue to use. The in-game audio is also perfect, and you don't have to worry that you won't be able to hear your teammates because it also has zero latency monitoring. What surprised me the most is that it works great with every live streaming setup, and you can connect it easily with other streaming devices from different brands, and you don't have to worry that you will have problems with your audio quality. It comes with a particular EVO control app that will allow you to navigate the whole process, activate the smart gain feature, control the mix inputs, monitor outputs, and many other things. The analog converter transforms the sound perfectly into digital, and the analog signals will stay at the highest level without any problems. This is probably one of the best audio interfaces I have used, and since it operates on phantom power, you don't have to worry whether it will last long enough or not. In general, I was pleasantly surprised with it and the fact that I didn't have any problems during live streaming and that even the analog signal was good, so I have no idea what could be a con to this device. I sincerely recommend it to anyone because it has the pristine audio quality and is reasonably priced, so I believe even beginners in the streaming industry can afford it. Price. This audio interface for streaming is also among the cheapest options out there, making it a pretty good choice, especially because you can use it both for movies, recording music, and live streaming. Pros. Great analog signal. Significant mic input and monitor output. Suitable for live streaming and music. Reasonably priced. Cons. The cable is short. Coming in number 1. Behringer U-PHORIA UMC 404 HD. This audio interface was just what I needed and has become part of my streaming setup since I got it. I was amazed by what it has to offer for its price. The features I like the most are multiple channels, inserts, easy monitoring, and quality audio. Also, the setup was super straightforward, and the audio interface is working smoothly. Behringer is an established brand on the streaming market, known for creating audio interfaces with excellent audio quality. Their devices have been a bestseller for some time now, and they are pretty affordable, so you should check them out. Key features. If you are looking for an affordable audio interface that will last you for a more extended period of time, then this is the one for you. Behringer audio interfaces are made of metal hardware, which makes them highly enduring, and you can be sure that they won't suffer even if you keep on moving them around the house. With the direct monitoring feature, you will be able to switch the monitoring on and off easily with just one button, and you can even do it while you are streaming. This audio interface has a dynamic preamp that will provide you with a high-quality audio interface in all situations and keep the audio signal strong all the time. The key selling point is a studio-grade 192 kHz converter that provides high audio quality after sound processing. Moreover, I think it gives you more room to play with the sound with its 4 inputs and outputs and compatibility with several recording software. This was one of the first audio interface devices I have used, and I was always coming back to it. On the one hand, it's affordable and suits beginners. If you are someone who is just starting on a live streaming software and you don't have thousands of dollars to spend on equipment, this one will do a great job, and you won't have to splurge too much. On the other hand, it's also an excellent choice for professionals because of the numerous features and quality audio. They even have a built-in headphone amplifier that is the best for live streaming, and it will make sure that your audio streaming experience is impeccable. However, even though the company claims that this audio interface has zero latency, it did have some, but that is not a problem for a product as cheap as this one. Price. This is the best audio interface you can get to provide you with pristine sound quality and maintain an exemplary audio signal at a price point just below $200. I was amazed by this device, and I can say that it has even performed better than some audio interfaces I spent hundreds of dollars on. You can even get one of their bundles and buy headphones, a microphone, or cables with the audio interface. Pros: multiple inputs and outputs. Great audio signal and audio quality. 192 kHz converter. Plus 48 volt phantom power. Cons: has some latency.